Gregory.
That is,
Gregory.
it's like asking for a problem.
Yeah.
It really is like it.
It is. It makes it so easy to remember too.
Yeah.
Remember this, man. How fucking easy is it? $3
Hey! Hi! Sorry. Welcome back to the month of honor. Episode deuce of it.
Dude.
As you can see, Ring of Honor world champion
The
Aaron
yeah,
DeLong here.
The champ is here. Yep. There he is.
Today, I feel like we should probably go over the champions of Ring of Honor. The world champion, the TV champions, the tag champions. Just so that we can reflect on who these people became, and just get a little more history on this wonderful company.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're all taking a history lesson together as we are on literally the history of WWE, where they have pretty much the history of almost every significant wrestling promotion there was or is.
Mm-hmm.
And Ring of Honor is on here all the way up to 2013. We're going to start this journey together with the television championship because that was the more recent of the two, or of the three rather. Now I know some of you guys are like, what about the pure championship? I get it. All right. We only have access to 2013 on this particular website. So we're going to cover what we really don't know. Okay. Because from 2013, 14, 15 on is when I became familiar with Ring of Honor.
I would say I became more familiar after that time. But because of my familiarity with it, I know that I went back and looked at some of this earlier stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Can't say that I remember all of it because I do a lot of drinking.
How about you, buddy?
And I learned of Ring of Honor through these fucking stars that are in WWE, and then I had to look at their past. Well, yeah, you guys are stars as well.
Thank you.
But
appreciate it.
However, is the proper way. And it's just an amazing, like, even to the now, like, I'm like, Ring of Honor is the fucking shit.
Yeah.
And I was one that I was always strictly either WWE or WCW.
That just shows that us growing up without the different avenues of the internet, streaming services, our ignorance to a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And not even an ignorance in a bad way, just we didn't have the resources to be able to learn about this shit.
Right. And even like going back, and once again, I was all WWE, right? And you guys put me on to NXT. Like you were like, holy shit, did you fucking see that? Like, I'm like, what? Like, what am I missing out on?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And it's because of y'all that, like, now I'm even now looking at the new stars of NXT. Even though there's not many.
We also do have some friends who haven't been on the show that we probably should have on the show at some point. One, for instance, Nick Solomon.
Yeah.
He'd be a good somebody who would be really fun to have on the show.
Yeah.
And
Nick, we gotta get
he knew shit before it happened.
Yeah.
Like he was like a prodigy with LA Knight.
Yeah.
He was on the LA Knight train. He was like, Eli Drake, I'm on that train. Even NXT, he was like, yo, this is my guy.
Eli Drake was that.
And then all of a sudden he blew up in WWE.
And Danhausen's another one. And Nick, I hope if you're watching, remember that. Like, you're the fucking dude. Years ago, fucking 4 or 5 years ago, he's like, I love Danhausen, and he would do the gimmick and everything. So Nick's ahead of his time. Like he knows when the stars are coming. So, but let's get
in the deep end, or are we gonna start in the kiddie pool?
We're gonna get right into it. All right. So, the way that they decided to get to this championship was a throwback to WCW, having like an Arn Anderson holding the television title and having somebody that can defend it on every
a workhorse.
Yeah, essentially, it's your workhorse championship, right? And an 8-man tournament was devised to determine the first champion. So prior to the finals, this was on February 5th, 2010.
Mhm.
There were two matches that kind of determined. Eddie Edwards defeated Colt Cabana and Kevin Steen to get into the finals. And he would be facing Davey Richards, who defeated Delirious and Kenny King. So Kenny King's one that I really thought at some point would make it to WWE NXT. He was in TNA for a long
Yeah.
time, and he just has like a look that I feel like
they
he's-
would like.
he's a bigger
Yeah.
black guy. I don't know how else to say it, but like they look for that sometimes. And I thought
Yeah,
I always
they,
thought like
they look for that guy so
Yeah.
that they can bury him with somebody like Baron Corbin.
yeah, oh bro, don't even get me started.
Whoop that trick. Whoop. Nah, I'm kidding. But
They whooped that gimmick. They whooped that character.
No, he's going to the main event scene. That's why they did it.
I hope.
but yeah.
Anyway, so it was now Eddie Edwards versus Davey Richards. All right, so
Two fucking phenomenal talents
Yeah.
that were prominent in TNA. Eddie Edwards is somebody who I think we should watch more of his shit. Friends, I don't think you have you ever seen Eddie Edwards?
he's good.
He's really good. Davey Richards is really good too, but I think you'd really enjoy Eddie Edwards. I
Eddie
think
Edwards is a
that's
big
something.
dude. He's like Cassius Ohno in
Okay.
WWE or Chris Hero in
Hero,
Ring of
yeah.
Honor. But he was kind of like him as far as like a big guy striker, but really good though. Like
Mhm.
I
Yes.
dig his.
He was
his
kind of like
shit.
a Sheamus style type.
Okay, hard hitting.
Hard
Yeah,
hitting.
yeah.
Yes.
His finisher is called the Boston Knee Party, and
Okay.
it's like a running knee. It's a great name too. Like, that's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
But
He's somebody
So-
I know you'd enjoy.
so Davey Richards ends up tapping out to the Achilles lock, and Eddie Edwards is the first ever television champion, which is really cool. It's very, very cool.
Mhm.
And in like a great show of honor. And this is what I love about this, because we're going to get through the champions and how the whole code of honor, you had to shake hands with the champion.
Yes.
It was great. So at the end of this, Richard stole the belt away and kind of teased that he was going to do something, but then strapped it around him, and then they shook hands and kind of went on. So I like that they kind of kept the honor going. But then when we get to some other titles, it gets a little
A little dicey.
yeah. The next champion. So he wins that title at the ECW arena. Or they call it the arena at that time. That motherfucking place has had more name changes than
Yeah, but it's
My
always
God.
the ECW arena.
I guess.
Yeah, no matter what.
Because if you go piss, guess what's on the wall?
Yeah, true. True. But that happened on March 5th in 2010. So he holds on to that title until December 10th, 2010 in Louisville, Kentucky, when they're on HDNet. So now that I'm thinking about it, it was around this time when I got introduced to Ring of Honor, because I had HDNet.
Yeah.
That's how I got introduced to MMA too, because it was Mark Cuban's thing, and he always had obscure shit on. I was like, what the fuck is this wrestling? What is this MMA shit? And this was around that time. So that's cool. It's kind of coming back to me there. But anyway, Christopher Daniels becomes the next television champion.
Fallen Angel.
Yeah.
One of my favorite guys. Also, the only person to ever hold TNA champ. I'm sorry, the only guy to ever wrestle in TNA, Ring of Honor, AEW, WWE, WCW, ECW, and I want to say there was one other prominent fucking organization at some point that he wrestled for. He's wrestled for like every organization, and he's the only guy to ever do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he did. He was at WCW right at the end,
Yes.
which I thought was kind of crazy. So was AJ Styles.
Yes.
He was in WCW at the end there too. So Christopher Daniels wins that belt December 10th, 2010. And then at Best in the World 2011, which is one of their major pay-per-views.
Mhm.
That's in New York City at the Hammerstein Ballroom. June 26, 2011. El Generico becomes the next television champion.
Who fans may know as Sami Zayn.
So really fucking cool. So the three champions, Eddie Edwards,
Christopher
Christopher
Daniels.
Daniels, and El Generico. El Generico wins this match with the Olay kick, or the Haluva kick, and the top rope brainbuster, which he's only really used against Gunther to beat him or Gunther?
He used it
Uh,
against him. He used it against in the very first like feud that they had with him and KO on the main
Okay,
roster.
all right,
He
yeah,
used
yeah.
it.
They always pulled out wild shit. I
Yeah.
can see it there. But yeah, that's how he won. And what was cool about this match is he countered the world's best moonsault, which was Christopher Daniels' shit, by wearing the title belt. So when he hit him with the belt and then hit his moves, and that's a cool fucking finish.
Yeah.
So really cool finish. And that was Christopher Daniels' last appearance before he went to TNA. So just going through the first 3 champions, you can see that they're good at making guys, because that made El Generico, which eventually made what
Sami
he is
Zayn.
today. Christopher Daniels is Christopher fucking Daniels. He went on to TNA, and we watched one of their fucking matches, the triple threat, probably the greatest triple threat ever.
Yeah, with Samoa Joe and
Yeah,
AJ Styles.
yeah. So we
Yep.
already watched that one, so we kind of know what they can do. We're going to Chicago, August 13th. So we're just 2 months after that. And the next champion is my man, Jay Lethal. Oh, how about that?
I love
That is a
Jay.
crazy lineup. That's a murderer's fucking row.
Yeah.
Is-
Of
Right there.
champs.
I mean, you can't. It doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah.
Excuse.
And that was a clean lethal injection, which is really just a flip into a cutter, shaboingy boing.
Yeah.
It's super dope. Love me some Jay Lethal. He was supposed to be at one of the signings
Mhm.
that we were at, and he was on my like list of guys I really wanted to fucking meet, and he didn't make it. And it's a goddamn shame.
He was not lethal that day.
He was not very lethal at all. Much like the Blackman that we've seen on the screen over there. That's an inside joke that you guys don't get.
And
That's
no, he
fine.
didn't say black man. He said Blackman.
Blackman. I'm sorry. Yes, non-lethal Blackman.
He was a very
White man.
a rubber
No.
bullet Blackman.
Not
was.
the lethal weapon.
Not the lethal weapon, rubber bullet. He was a pretzel stick, not a kendo stick.
So, Jesus. So he held on to that title for about 7 months,
Yeah.
give or take, and right around April, March 31st to be exact,
Somebody
At
who Fran knows.
Showdown.
Somebody who Fran
Showdown.
knows.
in the Sunday 2. Roderick Strong
Okay.
pins Jay Lethal.
We talk.
Roderick.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we have talked so much about Roderick Strong and his in-ring ability and his innovation with the backbreaker. This guy, such a shitty face, but such a fucking great talent. I can't say enough about Roderick Strong. Watching him wrestle is a fucking pleasure every time.
He's so good. He's so quick. He's crisp. I know. I say it all the time. On a side note, I was on psychedelic mushrooms one time watching AEW, and he was on, and I was just like, he's fucking bouncing all over. So now I feel like every time I see him, I feel like, oh my God, he's all over.
Fucking brick breaker.
But he really was. Yeah, seriously, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. What was cool about this storyline is there was a third guy kind of in the mix of this, and it was one Tommaso Ciampa. There was a little storyline going on. He had stolen the title belt, and at the end of the match, he threw it in for Roderick Strong to take. But what a crazy, again, we're talking Roderick Strong, Jay Lethal, Tommaso Ciampa, fucking El
Sami
Generico,
Zayn.
Sami Zayn. Yeah. Like, what the fuck? Like, again, this is their Intercontinental Championship, right? You
Right.
compare it to the guys who held the title from the beginning,
Mhm.
right? Pat Patterson, Macho Man, Steamboat,
Yeah, all the
Rick
great-
Rude,
Bret Hart.
yeah, Mr. Perfect,
Yeah.
Bret Hart. Come on, you think of workhorses for that company.
Mhm.
This is what you're fucking getting. You're getting not only workhorses, but future Hall of Famers. You know what I'm saying? Future world champions. Like,
Mhm.
I apologize for
no, you're good.
I'm over here fucking making the future of our show.
It's all good. But we're a couple months down the line. We're in July 2018 or 28th, 2012. So we're talking 3 months ish. And Adam Cole now
Baby.
pins Roderick Strong to become the television champion.
Boom,
Wow.
boom.
Wow. That dude was, or
So-
is very
So for
talented.
those of you who are
Or he
watching
was.
and are like, oh, Adam Cole and Roderick Strong and NXT and AEW, they have such a history in the ring that you can't even fucking fathom it.
Yeah.
It goes back
Yeah,
that fucking long.
that's crazy. Once again, and that would have blew my mind
Yeah,
because I thought they were like coming on the scene.
yeah. You thought they
in
were just
NXT,
brand new guys.
Yeah,
Like, I know you heard of Adam Cole before he came. Roderick Strong's not somebody that I think that most people, unless you were into this shit, heard of. But Adam Cole was like a name. When he came in, it was a name. It was
Yeah.
it was somebody like a highly
Mhm.
sought after free agent.
For me, when I think of Ring of Honor, I think of Adam Cole and Kevin Steen, Kevin Owens. When they came in, those
It's
were like the
CM
two
Punk.
names. Yeah, and that was actually a little prior. He came in like 05, 06, I think it was. It was kind of early on.
Yeah.
But these guys came in late. Like I remember when Kevin Owens came in, I was so fucking excited. And then I remember watching that night. We watched that match and how damn, he was just a star.
And
from the
congratulations,
moment.
by the way,
Yeah.
Kevin Owens,
Yeah.
for fucking being able to return
Yeah.
from your neck injury and fucking have that moment at
Yeah.
SummerSlam.
Yeah, that was.
I know
the
a lot of fans
chilling
don't
moment.
like that this guy just came back and gets a title shot, but
He's Kevin fucking Owens.
he is, and that's a fucking goosebump moment to watch.
It is. You
Oh,
know,
yeah,
what I
that
put it
was
up there
good.
with when they brought the Hardys back.
Yeah.
Okay.
I still go back and watch
Or-
that when the New Day
or
came out, and
Edge's-
they were like,
Or
Yeah.
Edge's
And they
fucking
said-
Royal Rumble return.
and they had their gear on. Yeah,
Oh.
that too.
That was
Yeah,
yeah.
but the New Day came out, played it off like they were going to be in the match, and then the
Right.
Hardys music hit, and you were like, "What what's going on?
Yeah,
Is this
yeah.
for real?" And then they came out and won. It was just very similar. But we end our coverage here in March 2013 when Matt Taven
who we've watched as well.
pins Adam Cole. He's in the Kingdom.
Yes. Matt Taven is another talent that not many people are familiar with, but get familiar because the dude was fucking good.
He's strictly like a Ring of Honor guy. He's really
Really-
only wrestled for them. He just re-signed again. Him and
Yeah. If you saw more of them, Fran, because I know you saw that one match that we all watched
Mike Bennett
together.
and Marie Kanellis, they're all back
Um,
together. So
I think that you'd enjoy his in-ring work as well.
saluta.
Not as much as I think you'd like Eddie Edwards, but
Yeah.
you'd like Matt Taven as well. So I mean, that is what 2010 did we start at through 2013 of the television champions at
Mhm.
Ring of Honor,
Mhm.
which the names that were said are all. It's funny that we prefaced it with it being the workhorse title.
Adam Cole, world champ. Matt Taven, world champ. Roderick Strong becomes the world champ. Jay Lethal becomes their world champ. El Generico becomes their world champ.
Mhm.
Christopher Daniels becomes their world champ. Spoilers, Eddie Edwards becomes their world champ. Spoilers, Davey Richards becomes their world champ. So it definitely is a stepping stone. Definitely the workhorse belt.
It's how the Intercontinental Championship used to be.
yeah,
Mhm.
It really is the next guy.
yeah.
So I think it's fair to say that out of all the guys you named, if you're not a hardcore wrestling fan, you've heard about 50% of the guys.
Yeah.
At least 50% of
Yeah.
those guys.
But if you're like a guy that's watched like TNA, like if you watch a lot of TNA or WWE and you didn't really know about Ring of Honor, you're probably like, whoa, I didn't realize that these guys were having not only that these guys were champs, but the matches that we said, like some of these fucking matches, how good were they to see?
They were,
We're gonna watch some of them.
yes, it
But-
was innovation.
How fucking good were these matches? How good they had to be fucking awesome.
And this was the
Yeah.
era, like, I
And
want to
they-
say,
and they were younger. They were.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
So it was the
even
start.
before- I mean, I thought I'd seen them in their prime, but they were already in.
but this is actually the start of like that fast paced
Yeah.
era.
Yeah, because guys like Kevin Owens, Eddie Edwards, Chris Hero, Michael Elgin, these big guys are going quick and going toe to toe with smaller dudes.
Yes.
So what a nice little history lesson for all of us here. This next one here is super fun because this one goes all the way back to 2002. And this one is really good. The tag team championships. These were started again. I like how they make championships. They don't just hand them out. They have tournaments to decide who wrestles in a match for the championship, much like the TV championship. So they had an initial one-night tournament that was held to determine the initial champions. Prior to the finals, Christopher Daniels and Donovan Morgan defeated Jose and Joel Maximo and Dick to Go and Hikata, while Brian Danielson and Michael Modest defeated Quiet Storm and Chris Devine. Definitely some names I've never heard of.
I've heard of the Maximos.
Definitely heard of a few of them in there.
Yeah, I've heard of a couple.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, I've heard of the Maximos. I don't know shit about them, but I've heard of them. Who was it that was the first team that you named?
Christopher Daniels and Donovan Morgan.
Donovan Morgan. No clue who the fuck that is
Yeah,
at all.
sorry.
But if you're teaming with Christopher Daniels, you got a shot.
Yeah. What I like is at the end, Brian Danielson and Mike Modest destroyed the trophy. Like Brian Danielson, as we go through the history of Ring of Honor, was a fucking amazing heel.
Yes.
Absolutely amazing. Like, yo, he talks shit loud enough that everybody in those venues can hear him. To them, like to the crowd,
Yes.
and to the wrestler. Dude, so fucking good. But so the championship match to determine the champions was Christopher Daniels and Donovan Morgan, and they defeated Brian Danielson and Mike Modest to win the championship. So they had a tournament to determine who would face each other in the finals, and then that champion got a trophy. They destroyed it, so that boom set up a great storyline. And then
Sounds
There
familiar,
you go.
but I can't fucking picture the guy at all. Mike Modest. It sounds familiar,
Yeah.
but I don't think I know who it is.
Yes. But at their event called Unexpected Change, Cambridge,
Expected
Massachusetts,
pregnancy.
we're gonna.
I've got 3.
But March 15th, 2003,
I'm writing
AJ
it right
Styles and Amazing Red. What a fucking team.
Amazing.
And they defeat
Amazing Red.
Christopher Daniels
He's
and
so
Donovan
Brand
Morgan.
Amazing Red is somebody who is I would classify him as a cruiserweight.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he was like TNA's fucking first cruiserweight dude. He actually looks like M-Rock. He was just on Chris Van Vliet recently
Okay.
for an interview.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? Like he got out of wrestling for a while, and then he got into training.
and he
And
House of Glory. He trains.
Yeah.
Jamal
Okay.
yeah,
trained
and,
with Amazing
and
Red.
Private Party,
Wow.
or
Yes.
like they're one of their big ones. And yeah, but he's really he wrestles now. He still
fucking-
wrestles.
He's still
He got back into the ring. Like he's still good. But yeah, that's crazy. So AJ Styles and Amazing Red win the championship in March 2003. We move on. And the
March
titles are
2000.
vacated.
What were you doing in March 2003?
We were still in school.
Just
we were just,
graduated
we
high
were just
school.
graduating.
Yeah, we were still finishing
you
up high
were
school.
just starting.
Actually, I had my first son. Yeah.
Yeah.
2003.
You already
He was the
beat it up.
1 year old.
Yeah.
Yep. But you were just starting your career.
Martinez,
That's saying.
the Empire.
You did not have the company yet,
Mm-hmm.
but you were building towards that at
Yeah.
that point.
I can't believe how much cocaine he's funneled through that company. Anyway, we're on to the next match. Sorry. So Amazing Red gets injured. So Amazing Red gets injured along the way, and they have to vacate the titles. So in Philly, good old Philly,
Mm-hmm.
September 20th, there is a crazy match where the winners would earn the vacated Ring of Honor titles. And it was Johnny Kazmaier and Trent Acid. Trent Acid's pretty good. They defeated Mark and Jay Briscoe,
Wow.
Hydro and Deranged, Dunn and Marcos, and Izzy and Dixie. I don't know. In a gauntlet match. Dizzy and Izzy.
Izzy
Izzy and
and
Dick.
Dixie.
It comes on, and like we don't know who they
I
are.
mean,
Like
that's off
they
the
could
top.
be
They could be somebody. We could
don't know.
fucking.
We could probably look it up as we go. I already have notes open, so I can't be that person. We didn't
I'm gonna look up
completely
Izzy and
prep for
Dixie.
that. We're just going through and kind of reading the history together. But he can kind of look it up as we go along, and maybe we'll figure out who they are.
Izzy and
But
Dixie.
yeah, Johnny Cashmere and Trent Acid become your Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. And they hold on to those titles from September for about a month, and they drop it to Dixie and Izzy. Yeah. So Dixie and Izzy, whoever they are, they become the tag team champions.
They are not people that I am familiar with.
It makes
by
sense
their look.
because 2 short weeks after that, literally.
They look like two guys I could beat up.
Okay. Well, they had it, man. More power to them.
Good for them.
But in Elizabeth, New Jersey, on November 1st, again, 2 weeks after they won them, they lose them to Briscoes, Mark and Jay, their first title reign, 2003. I think if Jay Briscoe was didn't pass away, I think they and he would be a big deal. Because as cool, I like Mark Briscoe. I know some people
But do you honestly think that Mark Briscoe would have become a big deal like he is now if Jay didn't pass?
Yeah, I think they both would have.
No, I think they both would have, but
Together.
Yeah,
together.
but Jay would have been bigger because he was
March.
he was like, I don't want to say he was the better, but he was the bigger star out of the two. He had a little more charisma.
But what I'm
He
saying
won
is,
the world title in Ring of Honor.
do you think they
so-
would have done, like, for instance, this is because I'm sorry to even bring this up, but like how the Usos split and Jay became the bigger of the two.
Yeah.
Do you think they would have done that with the Briscoes and Jay would have become bigger than Mark, or they would have just kept them together and they would have been just one big fucking deal?
Yeah, one big fucking deal.
I think so.
They're either winning
I think-
tag team titles or they're winning singles titles.
I don't
But
think
they're
they'd
just
be-
talking hella shit
I
and
don't.
kicking
I don't.
ass.
I don't see
That-
much single shit going on with them past Ring of Honor
You gotta go
without
back-
one of them passing.
You gotta go back and watch some Jay. Go back
No,
and watch some
trust me,
singles.
That's true. Like Mark.
Trust me, I
back
rock.
and
I
watch.
rock with the Briscoes. I think.
know.
I think Mark Briscoe is kind of corny,
Yeah, that's.
but he's
exactly.
fucking good.
He's got a good corniness to him.
Yeah, it's a good corny.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm
Yes.
with it.
And
But I just
Motherfucker
honestly
can go.
feel like if his brother wouldn't have passed, I don't think that's a tag team that they'd be a fucking prominent team. I just don't see either one of them getting singles gold because I feel like they would not want to split that up because they were fucking money together. Because the chemistry, you're real fucking brothers. And it's the only reason they did that shit with the Usos is because fucking Jimmy wanted to go and get some DUIs and shit.
so real quick, I'm gonna use like the MJF storyline. Okay. Him and Briscoe, they have their match.
Mhm.
He beats him when he's not the champ. All right. MJF wins the championship, beats Briscoe, and puts him out. And he there's like a storyline just so Briscoe could take time off.
Yeah.
If Jay were alive and like he was out, you bring him in, the place blows up, and he beats MJF for the title, you made a star. It's there.
Yes.
And vice versa.
But do you see them actually doing that?
I think they would have. 100%. I really do. Because they were that versatile. Because they had a run as a tag team. Jay won the championship
don't
as a
wanna-
single. Mark won a couple
I'm not trying to take
championships,
anything away from
And then they
either one
went
of them.
back to it. I think they're like the Hardys. They're very interchangeable. When they broke the Hardys
Yeah.
up, they put them on two different paths for a
That's-
while. Then they can bring them back
that's
together
fair.
and break them up and
That's-
put them back together.
That's
you
fair,
know?
but I honestly can tell you,
Cope and Christian's another good one. Like right now, one's a
no,
fucking
it's-
heel,
No, it's
and one's a baby face, and they
No, the
somehow make that work. It's
Hardys is a
crazy.
better. I think the Hardys is a better.
Yeah.
Compared.
Not comparison,
because they
but,
coexisted on WWE when one was the world champ and one was
But what I'm saying
You know?
is, I honestly think that the Briscoes are better than the Hardys.
100%. I as far as wrestlers,
I do. I
Sure.
think they're better than as far as everything. I think Matt Hardy caught fucking lightning in a bottle with the fucking broken character.
Yeah.
And other than that, the Briscoes are better.
I will
That's
say
me.
this before we move on. With the Hardys,
Mhm.
there's something with Jeff that he connects with.
He sucks.
I get it. I understand your take, but he connects with with the audience. For some reason, there's something about him.
Yeah,
has
he got
always-
that charisma.
He just always came through the screen. It just there's I don't know if that's it or not. There's something about Jeff.
Because
that
honestly, Matt doesn't.
he doesn't come through like Jeff
No,
does. Jeff,
he doesn't shine.
Jeff
You're right.
just-
Like you're right.
he comes off as a star. Like he always has.
And
Like,
I get it. Like
there's
Jeff,
something about him.
like Jeff is the more high flying one,
Yeah.
but still though. Yeah, but even besides that, you're right. Like it was the star power, and Jeff didn't even try to be a single star like that. He
Yeah.
just fell into it,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
I
Because the
mean,
crowd loved him.
right.
You know.
Right.
We're gonna move on because this guy is the bladder of a fucking 6-year-old. Seriously, me and him can go a whole show, and we drink the same amount. But this guy is like, I gotta pee, I gotta pee, I gotta pee. He's gonna go get checked out. It's time for a doctor to put a finger up the bunghole and see what's going on up there. But anyway, they hold on to those titles from November all the way through April, and CM Punk and Colt Cabana beat the Briscoes
Yeah.
when Punk pinned Mark with the Pepsi plunge. Like that's just
I'm sorry. I just want to jump in real quick again. And you know why I think I like the Briscoes as much as I do? You know where they're from?
Delaware,
Georgetown,
Yeah.
Georgetown, Delaware,
Yeah.
which is actually the neighboring town from where I lived when I lived in Delaware. But CM Punk and Colt Cabana beat them. Now let's see. Where what happened with them.
Yeah, and you know where that was at? Chicago. So that's a really cool place to kind of put the titles on them. But they only hold those titles for about a month. They hot potato these titles quite a bit. And in May, a name that we're kind of familiar with, Dan Maff
Yes,
and BJ Whitmer.
Dan Maff.
He's the current.
We watched him.
He's the current champion.
We watched him at BPW.
Yep, he's a
many
current world
times. He's a
champ.
WXW champ.
WXW. That's right. Sorry, WXW champ. But yeah, Dan Maff and BJ Whitmer defeat CM Punk and Colt Cabana.
Dan Maff's a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, and Whitmer used his wrist clutch exploder, which is a cool fucking move. Yeah, you got to check that shit out. It's wild. But yeah, Ricky Steamboat came out at one point. I believe he's one that I saw that wrestled in Ring of Honor. I believe he has a match there. But Punk and Steamboat with a leg drop through a table at the end of that match. So again, they're keeping the good. They do a good job at heat.
Yes.
Like WWE can't put heat on anybody. There's no heat.
It's
They
because
put out Dominic's fire. As hot as
the
he
problem
was,
with
they put
WWE
water on
is
they
because
can't
of
keep anybody hot.
no, it's because of who they cater to,
Mhm.
his children.
Yeah,
So it's
but you should want to boo somebody, and they're not giving anybody to boo. But
No,
they're
but they-
literally giving hardcore wrestling fans a way to boo by making them do stuff like we're going to put Steamboat through a table.
yes.
Like
But the thing
great
is,
way to
they-
get heat.
it's a discussion for a whole nother episode.
Yeah,
What we can talk about WWE and their fucking lack of heat in a whole episode.
right. So this is called the round robin challenge, and in the very same night, the Briscoes defeated Dan Maff and BJ Whitmer with a roll up. Jim Cornette was the Briscoes manager at that time, and they fired him during a backstage segment. So a little tidbit there for you. Jim Cornette
Manage the Briscoes.
in Ring of
I
Honor.
never knew that.
How about that shit? And then later in the night,
Okay.
CM Punk and Colt Cabana defeated Mark Briscoe and Jay Briscoe when Cabana pinned Briscoe with a frog splash.
So 3 different tag champions in the same night.
Yep, but Punk and Colt Cabana got the titles back, which is
Yeah.
pretty fun. At the event called Testing the Limit in Philadelphia in August, so they held on to those titles from May to August. So that's the longest title run we've seen so far, really. And it's Ricky Reyes and Rocky Romero beating CM Punk and Colt Cabana.
Rocky
for the titles.
Romero. That's fucking nice.
Yep. And we're gonna start firing through these because we got another show coming up. We have a lot planned for Month of Honor. But so Dan Maff and BJ Whitmer, they win them motherfuckers back from Ricky Reyes and Rocky Romero. And they held on to the titles from August to February.
Wow.
So that was a nice little run ski there for them.
Mhm.
Let's go Dan Maff. It's
You know what I
because
mean?
Dan Maff matches take that long.
You know, sometimes it be like that. He's
Sorry.
He is up there.
I just watched him wrestle fucking Joey Martinez, the
Yeah.
closer,
Yeah.
and it was hard to watch because it took so long.
Yep. He's getting up there, man. But HC Loke and Tony DeVito. About that. I believe he was
Not to
Tony,
be confused with
Tony
Danny.
Marinara in WCW. What a great fucking name. They defeated BJ Whitmer and Jimmy Jacobs to win the titles.
Okay. Jimmy Jacobs, another great talent.
Yep. And BJ Whitmer and Jimmy Jacobs win those titles back from said gentleman. And that happens about 2 weeks after they won the titles. So July 9th, they get them. They lose them the 25th. So not even, about 2 weeks. But Joe versus Kobashi. This was a big deal. This is one I want to watch. This was in New York City, October 1st, 2005. It was called that because Kobashi had never wrestled in America. He wrestled here one time
Against
It was against
Samoa
Samoa Joe
Mhm.
for Ring of Honor. Pretty fucking awesome. And it was really, really good. But Tony Mamaluke, what a great fucking name. And Sal Raniero, they win the titles off of BJ Whitmer and Jimmy Jacobs that night. And they hold on to those motherfuckers until December. So they had a 2.5 month run.
A Mama Luke is
Tony
like an
Mama
Italian slang for like scrub. You're
Yeah.
a fucking scrub. You're a
Well, he
fucking
was-
Mama Luke.
Tony Mamaluke was on ECW.
But what I'm saying is like that's funny because a Mama Luke is like what you call somebody who's like a bum. A fucking Mama Luke.
So now we're going to be getting into the really, really fun teams. This next team is Austin Aries and Roderick Strong.
Mm.
And they defeat Tony Mamaluke and Sal Raniero. And they hold on to those titles. Are you ready for this? December 17th until September 16th.
Wow.
A nice, hefty 9-month
Damn,
reign.
yeah.
that's
That's
a long
a full
time.
term pregnancy.
When the team of Chris Hero and Claudio Castagnoli
Mm.
beat said team. So we're really starting to pick up the steam on some of the teams that are
Yes.
That are
Yeah, I
down
did
here.
not know he was in Ring of Honor.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Claudio.
No,
That was
I
really-
did not know that.
He was called the most money making man,
Okay.
and he would come out in a suit and rip it off, kind of like he had that gimmick a little bit in
In
WWE.
When they did
Yeah.
the bar thing, he did it.
Yeah.
He did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was kind of his thing that he did there too.
Yeah.
But this they hold on to those titles from September until March, and they drop those to Nakuri Doi. I'm gonna fuck that name up, sorry. But Shingo, which is a name I'm definitely familiar with. He was recently a champion in MLW, I believe.
Okay.
But they win said titles off of Jay and Mark Briscoe in a tournament because Claudio and Chris Hero kind of split up and the titles got vacated. So they beat the Briscoes. The Briscoes are in this a lot. So get ready for those names. But here comes another new name. Jimmy Jacobs and Tyler Black.
Who is it? Known today as
Seth freaking Rollins.
correct. He did not wear women's clothing back then.
He did not.
Just so you know.
They hold on to said titles for about a month or so until Davey Richards and Rocky Romero come back around and take them straps off them boys.
So it's funny because we keep bringing up people, and there's so many underrated guys. Rocky Romero, Davey Richards,
Mm.
both totally underrated fucking wrestlers that if you don't know anything about them, go watch them. They're fucking good.
So they had said titles, Davey Richards and Rocky Romero, and then the Briscoes won those titles back in April of 2008. The very next month, Mark Briscoe was injured and they had to vacate the titles. So they had to set up another tournament.
This is the second
Set up a
time
match.
Bacon had the titles.
But vacant, yeah, they're on a roll here.
Yeah.
But here's where some new teams start to come together. Kevin Steen and El Generico defeated Nigel McGuinness and Shizaki. And Nigel McGuinness was the world champ at the time, by the way. And Adam Pierce and Chris Hero in a triple threat tag team match.
Adam Pierce could fucking go.
Wow. And then Jimmy Jacobs and Tyler Black defeated Delirious and Pele Premiao. I don't know what the fuck that is. And Brian Danielson and Austin Aries. That tournament alone, Brian Danielson, Austin Aries, Adam Pierce, Chris Hero, Kevin Steen, El Generico, Nigel McGuinness, Tyler Black. What the fuck, yo?
Yeah, that's
Yo.
Pele.
And Pele.
some
He
wild
can play soccer and wrestle. Crazy.
Shit.
Should have had a run with the strap. You know what I mean? On my birthday, June 6th, 2008, at Up for Grabs, Tyler Black defeated Kevin Steen and El Generico to win the titles.
By himself.
Oh, no, Jimmy Jacobs. I'm sorry. Jimmy Jacobs and Tyler Black.
You say.
So Kevin Steen and El Generico
Mhm.
had their little chance at the titles, but they did not come up with them. But do you think they might win them down the line? You're damn right they do. In September, El Generico and Kevin Steen beat Jimmy Jacobs and Tyler Black to win those titles back. They hold the titles until April. And at the arena on HDNet in Philly, Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards,
Mhm.
they win them back.
Isn't that
Mark-
interesting?
Mark and Jay Briscoe win them back.
Isn't that interesting that they teamed up after being the first match for the TV title?
Yeah.
Right.
So this hot potato is back between a couple teams. Chris Hero and Claudio Castagnoli finally end up with them. And then a new team enters the fold. Are you ready for this shit? You ready to have your mind fucking blown? Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas. That's right. They were the
Oh,
Ring of Honor
shit.
World Tag Team Champions.
Wow.
They
How about
sure
that
as fuck
shit?
were.
And they defeated Chris Hero
I
and
know
Claudio
that.
Castagnoli. That has got to be a good fucking match. That's what I'd love to fucking see. Are you kidding? That's four motherfuckers that can really go. Like real,
Yeah.
like Claudio and Shelton Benjamin. Now that I'm saying that, they should do that. Maybe. Those guys should have a match. That would be fucking good. Claudio and Bobby Lashley would be fun to watch too. That would be good.
Yeah.
That would be really good. But my God, I love me some Claudio. But now it's starting to heat up. Some of these names are fucking big. The Briscoes, they come back and win them bitches back. Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas, they come back and win them back. This is with a fight without honor.
Fuck.
And they did some crazy storylines. They soaked the fucking cloth in ether and they knocked them out and pinned them. That's how they won the match. So that's kind of crazy. Anytime you incorporate drugs into it, I'm in. Mark and Jay Briscoe win the titles off of Steve Corino and Jimmy Jacobs, Caprice Coleman and Cedric Alexander
Hey.
in a triple threat to determine the new champions. So we got some more people kind of coming into play.
Mhm.
Caprice Coleman, I believe he became like a commentator or something like that under a different name. I can't remember. Look him up. You'll know.
Caprice, nah.
But Steve Corino, another name that kind of popped in
Capri
there.
Sun.
Those are good. I just had one the other day. It was great. I'm in the locker or in my fridge for all my employees to share. But a new team comes into the fold. Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish.
Okay.
They win the titles off of Mark and Jay Briscoe. And here-
O'Reilly, hold on. O'Reilly's in AEW.
Yeah,
apparently.
yeah. He's the
he
he's
wears pink now.
he's in the conglomerate. They actually just dropped the trio.
He's the guy that the chick said I look like. We watched him beat Moxley at fucking Double or
Okay.
Nothing.
I got it. Yep. Yeah, I know who that is.
Chris
So
Coleman, also known as Alistair Coleman. He was in fucking TNA, NWA.
yeah,
Ring of
okay,
Honor.
yeah. TNA, that's where I remember him from. All right. But yeah, Alex Kozlov and Rocky Romero, sorry. They win the titles off of Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. And then to kind of close out our coverage here, it's Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards. They
Mhm.
kind of get the titles. And then Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly are the last ones to hold it in August of 2013.
Do you guys want to save the world championship for another?
No, because you'll see there's not very many champions because their world champions hold the titles for 7 fucking years. Not literally 7 years, but
Okay.
there is a we're just gonna get right into it.
Excuse.
We're gonna get right into it. So crowning a champion, July 27th, 2002. The championship finals. It was Low Key and Christopher Daniels in a 60-minute Iron Man match. Oh, I'm sorry. It was Low Key, Christopher Daniels, Doug Williams, and Spanky.
Super Bowl champion, Doug Williams.
So Doug Williams is a
That's
British
Spanky.
wrestler who wrestled in TNA. And Spanky, do you guys know who Spanky is?
Nope.
Spanky is fucking
The Brian Kendrick.
yes.
Wow, that was his name.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and
low
Doug
key,
Williams won a Super Bowl with the Washington Redskins in the 1980s.
that's right. How about that shit? And now he's wrestling for the Ring of Honor Championship, but low key won.
Mm.
So he was your first ever Ring of Honor champion. And he held that title until the great Xavier pinned him in Philadelphia.
The great
September.
Xavier.
I don't know who that is. It just said Xavier.
I don't either. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's not
just said
Woods.
Xavier.
It's not Woods.
No, it's just Xavier.
So-
It's the college. The whole college came and won.
The real champion, okay, wins the fucking title off of Xavier. I don't know who you are. I'm sorry, bro. I'm not shitting on you, but that's who the fuck you are. But Samoa Joe
Now I gotta look him up.
becomes the Ring of Honor heavyweight champion with the Coquina clutch. And he wins that in March of 2003. In May of 2003, they rename the Ring of Honor world title and name it the heavyweight, or it was the Ring of Honor heavyweight champion.
Mhm.
Now it's the world title. In your opinion, does it matter what the fuck it's called?
No.
I mean, not really. I mean, WWE. What was
Xavier-
it always called? The WWF Championship.
Yeah. It was the world heavyweight championship.
No,
Xavier
but I
is
mean,
known
back in the day.
Yeah,
I'm
so
talking
when I
about
think
back
of-
in the day,
All right,
back in the day.
so Howard Finkel would say the following contest is scheduled for one fall. It is for the World Wrestling Federation
Exactly.
Tag Team Championship.
Yeah,
So the
World
World
Wrestling
Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Championship of the world, whatever it would be. Yeah, you know. So yeah, I think
Yeah, I
having
mean-
heavyweight champion should be in there, but whatever you want to call it, world fucking champ, call it whatever the fuck. I don't give a fuck or a shit or a shit or a fuck. Okay. But
Okay.
Samoa Joe holds that motherfucker from March of 2003 until December of 2004. 26th of December, mind you.
Damn near
So
2 years.
yeah, a long time.
That is long.
And he lost it to Austin Aries. And Austin Aries held it all the way through to June. So another nice 6-month run. And he dropped it to the best in the world. And not Chris Jericho, because he's the real best in the world. CM Punk.
No, Chris Jericho's the best in the world at what he does today.
Best in the world at what he does. I'm
Today.
the best in the world at what I do today. Yes, he's the GOAT. He's so good. But CM Punk, he wins the tag. He wins the title. But Punk's leaving, so he doesn't hold the title for long. He has it for a couple of months. And James Gibson beat CM Punk, Christopher Daniels, and the pure Ring of Honor champion at the time, Samoa Joe, in an elimination match.
Why do I
A
know that?
50-minute match.
Yeah.
50 minutes. Woo! Yeah, look up James Gibson. That does sound familiar.
It's
Oh,
fucking Jamie Noble.
That's what I thought. All right,
Yeah.
Jamie Noble. Okay, so Jamie Noble. So Jamie Noble then became the Ring of Honor World Champion. So again, I didn't know that. That's kind of fucking crazy.
That's kind of cool. This chair is gonna break.
It feels like it, right? I
Yeah.
say it all the time.
I just like moved, and I might
it's
fall.
so close. That's
Just
why I didn't
don't
want to say
move.
it. Yeah, just sit
Just don't
still.
move.
Don't
Sit
move.
still. All right.
Just chill.
Brian Danielson wins the title September 2005 by beating James Gibson with a cross-face chicken wing. Great fucking move,
Fuck
by
yeah.
the way. Love that
Fuck
shit.
Yeah, that's a
Love
good
it.
submission.
Love it.
You guys remember?
Slept on. It should have been on someone's Mount
You guys-
Rushmore.
I know.
You guys
I
were-
forgot
it
about
could've
Bob
been.
Backlund.
Do you remember what my finisher was when we used to wrestle?
It was that move on the ground that fucking hurt.
No, I did the AA way before anybody else.
Yeah,
at
yeah,
one point.
definitely what it was. Yeah.
No, it was the chicken wing jawbreaker.
Oh, that's cool. I like it too. The crossface chicken wing's fantastic.
Mhm.
But Brian Danielson becomes a champ. And he gets that title in September of 2005 and holds it until December of 2006 when Homicide defeats him.
Hold on, I got to do something because it's bugging me.
Got it?
Yep.
Thank you. I appreciate you, bro. Dad love. But he held that title from December of 2006 to February of 2007. So 2 months or so, and he lost it to Takeshi Morishiyama. He beats Homicide. I should have said that.
Takashi 6'9".
I'm sorry. He was from Noah. But this is where it gets kind of interesting. Nigel McGuinness wins that title in October of 2007. He beats Takeshi Morishiyama.
Hold on, let me guess. Nigel McGuinness holds it for a full term pregnancy, 10 months.
You can have 2 kids and fucking recover. He held that motherfucker from October 6th, 2007 until April 3rd, 2009.
Good God.
He had a solid
Let's go,
run.
Nigel.
And he held that title until Jerry fucking Lynn, the new fucking show. All right. I loved him in ECW.
I love Jerry Lynn.
It
too.
was the whole fucking show was Rob Van Dam, and he was the new fucking show.
So,
and they had such good matches.
I want to say
bro.
something about Nigel McGuinness is that I was very unfamiliar with Nigel McGuinness.
Buddy,
When he came into NXT and he became in the commentary, and they did on the network, they had the little fucking
piece about him. Yeah, the documentary.
The documentary.
Yeah.
It was only like half hour,
Yeah.
45 minutes long.
Mhm.
I watched it and I was like, I got a new respect for this guy. And I actually went and searched matches. And Nigel
Buddy.
McGuinness was so fucking
Yo,
good.
he's got moves that people still don't
So
use to this day.
fucking
He's
good.
so good. And he dude, Nigel. You're gonna see him wrestle.
I am. Yeah, with my son. It's gonna be fucking fantastic.
Fantastic. But Jerry Lynn pins Nigel McGuinness to win the title after that long ass fucking run. You know, how about that? So he holds on to the title for a couple months. He has it for until June when Austin Aries beats Jerry Lynn.
Once again, Austin Aries.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He's so good too.
Yeah,
With Austin Aries, the problem with that guy is he kept shooting himself in the foot.
I heard he was hard to work with and he had a mouth. but
Every single
whatever.
person I've ever spoken to in person, or I've heard interviews with, have talked about how difficult Austin Aries was.
I'll tell you this. much.
he looks like that kind of. He got the look.
I'll tell you this.
That's that guy.
Him and
that-
Neville had the best match at a WrestleMania at a pre-show.
Neville.
Before it was in a pre-show, and it was the best match of the entire fucking WrestleMania. I will never forget it. It was for the whatever that fucking
Cruiserweight.
purple belt was that they used to have. Is that what it was?
Oh, the
The light-
20305.
yeah,
Oh,
205.
hold on.
heavyweight, whatever
It
they
was the
called it.
cruiserweight at that time.
Yeah, whatever it was.
Right when they brought the cruiserweight back.
They had the best fucking match by far.
Honestly,
and he's fantastic.
That WWE cruiserweight division at that point is very underappreciated.
Oh, you go back
It's
and look at it
really
now?
fucking good.
Was that the one with
Enzo-
TJ Perkins?
TJ Perkins,
Okay.
Enzo, fucking
Rich Swann.
Rich Swann,
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
Cedric Alexander.
Yep.
Just so
Yeah,
many
I
fucking
remember.
good
Yep.
people. Just amazing shit.
Austin Aries held that title.
Jack Gallagher.
He held it from June until February of that following year. So a nice about 8-month run, and he lost it to Tyler Black, who, shocker, he had a main event at a pay-per-view for a world title against Roman Reigns, and he lost. I just did not call that one. He only loses all of them. It's just wild that he lost this one too.
Like he just
Man,
keeps losing.
That did so much for his character,
There-
him losing to Roman after all that, and then
I'm
fist
sorry. I gotta bring it
Cool.
up. I gotta bring it up real quick.
Stupid.
WWE is trying so hard to fucking lure Moxley when his contract is up to come back.
He doesn't want to
With-
do this stupid
no,
shit.
But with all that fucking
Love
Shield
it. I know.
shit, they are trying so hard to get him to want to come
I
back.
hope he was saying at home and went, yay. Because, anyway.
I hope he was at home and he's like, those are my friends.
My friend know them.
I know those guys.
Those are my buddies. So, Tyler Black had that title for 7 months
Do you think
until he
Renee
lost
Paquette
it to
Paris Baguette?
Roderick fucking Strong. Rightfully fucking so. God damn
Yes.
it. The Manhattan Center at Glory by Honor. I love some of their names, by the way. Glory by Honor. Yeah, they have a lot of great
Yeah.
fucking.
That sounds
Excellent
like a
names.
perfume.
It sounds like
Sounds like a gay.
it sounds like, yeah, I was gonna say exactly that. He held the title again for 7 months or so. So they have a lot of nice runs here as far as their world champions. Eddie Edwards.
Eddie. Reoccurring theme here. Eddie Edwards has held every fucking title.
Mm-hmm.
He maybe even held the women's title at some point.
That's pretty fucking cool. He held the title for a couple months and lost it to his good buddy, former buddy,
Davey Richards.
Davey Richards. Kyle O'Reilly, a bunch of other guys came out and celebrated. They did that a lot. You know, that's the one thing about Ring of Honor we did not talk about is the streamers and the locker room emptying out for big moments. They would do that all the time. Anytime a title would change hands and it was a baby face, the whole babyface locker room would come out.
Yep.
It was just like a routine that they did. So fun, good touch. Because in theory, like if you're really trying to portray it as there's a locker room with good guys in it, the locker room with bad guys, we're gonna go out there and have matches, then the baby faces should be fucking happy when they legit beat a bad guy. And they should come out and fucking celebrate and be in arms. And you know? I love that shit. I fucking love it. So Davey Richards hangs on to that title. From June of 2011 all the way to May of 2012. So an 11-month run with that motherfucker. And Jimmy Jacobs accompanies Kevin Steen to the ring, and he defeats Davey Richards to win. And he used this package pile driver, which you should be able to use in WWE. I think it's fucking lame.
that should.
I think he's Undertaker status.
Yeah.
Undertaker can have the tombstone. Kane can have the tombstone, right? He should be able to have the package pile driver. He's a safe fucking wrestler. Who did he ever hurt other than himself trying to protect other people? For real. Let's be honest.
We got.
That's a dope move.
You know? Like, for
That's
real.
a dope move.
100%, man.
Yeah.
Again,
Getting it done.
here we go. Jay Briscoe at Supercard of Honor. In April of 2013, Jay Briscoe beats Kevin Steen to win the title.
I remember seeing the footage of that.
Yep.
And the fucking, like you said, everybody came out.
Yep.
In a congratulatory fashion. Yeah,
Mhm.
it was like they were celebrating him.
Like a big,
It was a big deal
Big
for
win.
the company and the wrestlers that he won the championship for sure.
So what's funny here is I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the final Ring of Honor television champion that we were able to get kind of coverage on was Adam Cole, baby. Right?
If it wasn't him, it was somebody right after.
I think it was Adam Cole.
Or Roger Strong, 1 and 2. I think it was Adam Cole.
Yeah.
But anyway,
It was Adam Cole.
he was also the last Ring of Honor champion. And this was in September
Of 2020.
of 2013. There was a tournament because Jay had to vacate the title. And it was him versus Michael Elgin. And Adam Cole won.
Shout out Michael Elgin.
Yeah.
Maybe one day, bro. We'll try.
We got to
We'll
make
see.
it happen.
We'll see. But we wanted to watch him beating Adam Cole for the Ring of Honor title, which happens after this. That is in 2014.
Elgin, I'm still talking with him. He's the conversations we have. He seems like he wants to come on, and it's just difficult to make the correct time because he's doing his own thing. We're doing our own thing. We all have children. It's very difficult. But shout out Michael Elgin. I mean, there you have it, folks.
Yeah, nice little history lesson again. We're doing this together. You know how long it would take for any of us to go through and try to learn the history, learn these people. It was easier for us to kind of just do what we did there. Go to historyofwwe.com. You can find stuff on any promotion, JCP, WCW, TNA. They have a lot of results from a lot of shit. WWF, you want to see fucking television results from the 80s? They got it. There's a lot of good shit on there. And I like using them as a reference because it's a great fucking website. And it's made by wrestling fans for wrestling fans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But ladies and gentlemen, get ready. Month of Honor. We have another episode coming up.
And we got several lit matches coming up.
That's
with
what
guests.
I think. That's what I think the best part of Month of Honor is going to be. Is a lot of lit matches with guests watching matches with us. And we're going to be watching some shit that we've never seen. So, like tonight, we're going to be watching 2 matches. One I did see. One I didn't even know fucking happened. So, and we're going to watch it. It's going to be great. But
yeah, till next
You got
time,
long arms.
fellas.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Boys and girls, children of all ages.
no, children of certain ages.
Yeah.
Not
of
all
appropriate ages.
of appropriate ages.
Yes.
Oh, for y'all.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
Let's
Aaron,
get ready
stack up.
to